What is going on, guys? It is Tony's Take here, and it's been a while since I uploaded, so I apologize about that. And as you can see on your screen, you see Paul George. Free agency begun on the 1st of July, and it's beginning to cool down a bit after the big names and the better players have chose to sign different places. So in this video, we'll be talking about Paul George, and basically these free agency videos I'll be making, I'm just going to be talking about my thoughts, and what I feel about their moves. So regarding about Paul George, obviously this is the video that we're talking about. Paul George decided to stay with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now I'm just gonna say 4 years, 154 million on the top of my head. I'm not sure if that's the correct number at all. In fact, that might be LeBron's number. But what I'm trying to get at is that he stayed with the Thunder. Now, as you guys may or may not know, I am a Laker fan, so obviously I'm a little bit upset about the decision he made because I would have liked to see him in a purple and gold jersey. But it's his choice, and if he believes it's the best choice, then good for him. I wish him the best of luck with OKC. But right off the bat, he made an ESPN special called My Journey, or whatever it was called, something of that sort. And he posted it they're posted on YouTube or whatever, ESPN, about 6 minutes each, and it was basically describing like his life and what he was gonna do and why he did it and all this stuff. So he decided to stay with the Thunder, and during My Journey, he talked about how he didn't care about the money. He just wanted to win a championship. Now, right off the bat, as fans, we can speculate whether it was a good decision or a bad decision. It's our opinion at the end of the day. It doesn't affect Paul George in any way, but we just like to talk about it. I don't think it was a good decision whatsoever. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm a Laker fan. I'm not saying this out of bias because I am a Laker fan. None of that. I'm trying to speak just from a general NBA fan, just looking at it. And Paul George, he said he wants to win championships. He doesn't care about the money. And that's really the only advantage OKC had, if you really think about it, because OKC had 20 more million to offer through a 4-year period than the other teams. Now, if Paul George were to stay healthy and play good, he could have recovered from that money, and obviously endorsements would have helped. So money is not the biggest factor, apparently. But winning championships, now if you saw in his journey, he was talking about how he was going to meet with teams like the Lakers, the Celtics, the 76ers, the Rockets. If he wanted to win a championship, I strongly believe that all those other teams would have gave him the best chance to win. Just take the Lakers out of the equation. If you believe I'm being biased for the Lakers, let's just take the Lakers out of the equation first. When we look at Philadelphia, they're top 2 team in the East, them and Boston, especially with Philadelphia being in the semifinals this year. Ben Simmons will eventually have a jump shot. Everyone's calling him the second coming of LeBron James. You're going to be playing with a dominant center in Joel Embiid, and you're playing with 3-point shooters around you, as well as the top 5 defensive team in the league. Now, you think if you add Paul George into that equation, they're really competitive with Boston. They already are now, but if you add in Paul George, they could truly make it to the finals, and they could truly win a championship for years to come. Now, what if you join the Celtics? Even better. We already know what the Boston Celtics are. They're the number 1 team in the East. They're the team to beat for the next decade, it seems like, with the young players they have. Paul George fits in perfectly as he is a 3-and-D guy. You have Morris, you have Tatum, you have Jaylen Brown, you have Terry Rozier, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, and you have a coach of the year probably that wasn't the coach of the year, but should have been, in my opinion, and Brad Stevens. And man, that would have been a nasty team. They would definitely dominate the East, and they would be the clear favorite for year by year in the Eastern Conference. Now, what about Houston? We saw that they were 1 win away from making it to the NBA Finals, and maybe if they had Chris Paul, maybe they would have made it. I don't know. I'm not a big believer in that, but if Chris Paul was there, they maybe should have won. I don't know. But either way, they're really close to making it to the NBA Finals. They competed with the Golden State Warriors better than any other team in the playoffs. So I truly believe that if Paul George joined the Rockets, them, You have Chris Paul, Paul George, James Harden. I don't know about Clint Capella and all that other stuff, but that's a nasty team. Paul George's 3-and-D guy can definitely bring especially since they had just lost Trevor Ariza. We talk about how valuable Trevor Ariza is to a team. Paul George is a better version of Trevor Ariza. So when you add in Paul George to Houston Rocket team, that is just nasty. So that's just not talking about the Lakers. Those are better options than the Thunder. If you want to compete for a championship, those teams, Houston, Philadelphia, Boston, those teams are all better than the Thunder. I mean, when you talk about like the Thunder's capability to add in or to improve the rosters, they don't really have the ability to. I know Carmelo Anthony might be gone. Like, what was just reported that Carmelo and the Thunder are going to part ways. Point is that the Thunder are paying a lot of money for not that great of a team. Yeah, Roberson was injured. They maybe could have beaten Utah in the first round. But other than that, I mean, you see teams in the West like Houston, Golden State, Utah, who's getting better, Portland, LA, Lakers. I just don't see it. And let's talk from the Lakers' perspective now. The Lakers just added in LeBron. And reports were stating that Paul George and LeBron already knew what each other were going to do. LeBron knew that Paul George was going to stay with the Thunder. And Paul George apparently knew LeBron was coming to LA. So what is that telling us, the fans? Maybe that's telling us that Paul George didn't want to play with LeBron. Maybe he didn't want to be stuck with the narrative that if they had lost, Paul George would have taken all the heat, because people don't blame LeBron. They blame their other players, his teammates. So I don't think Paul George wanted to be a part of that, which is respectable. I can understand where he's coming from. But in terms of winning a championship, the best player in the world in LeBron James, and you along with LeBron could win a championship. The Lakers are already a title contender. And if you add in Paul George to that mix, you could truly compete with Golden State in a 7-game series. Now, what really annoys me is that, okay, he could stay wherever he wants, OKC, you can go to Boston, whatever the case may be. I'm fine with that. I'm always gonna be like upset the fact that he didn't sign with us. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. But what did matter to me the most is that he basically talked about this entire year. We're all speculating the entire year of what Paul George was going to do. We're nitpicking the smallest things he said or did. Oh, like Paul George loves LA. He's going to come to the Lakers. Or Paul George went paintballing with Russell Westbrook. He's going to stay with the Thunder. The smallest things we are nitpicking. Oh, he was playing Fortnite with Josh Hart in LA. He's coming to the Lakers. Like, the whole year we're speculating, and he re-signed with the Thunder. What that told me is that he basically expressed interest in the Lakers in 2017. And I know in a year everything can change, and it obviously did. He went to the Thunder, and it's not like the Thunder are the best team ever. They're a decent team, but they're not the best team. And for him to say, "Oh, I love LA, I love the Lakers, I want to come play for the Lakers," and he basically kept LA in his mind the whole time this entire season. And the fact how he didn't even have a meeting with the Lakers, that's extremely unprofessional, especially in Your Journey on ESPN. He stated that he was going to meet with these specific teams, but he didn't even meet with one team. He met with, on part 3, it revealed that he met with Sam Presti, but that's about it. I mean, he knew he was going to stay with the Thunder apparently, but don't say you want to come to the Lakers if you're not even going to take the time out of your day to even meet with them. That's what annoyed me. Magic Johnson, he got a tampering fine, all this stuff. You say that you love the Lakers, you love LA, and you basically kept LA in your mind, and you said you were going to meet with us, or whatever the case was, and you didn't even meet with us. And you just came out and said on a report saying, "Oh yeah, I wanted to be a Laker a year ago. Unfortunately, I wasn't traded to the Lakers, and they didn't grab me." You're making it seem like LA did you wrong. No, they did not. Basically, what happened was, if you guys knew a year ago, Indiana wanted the number 2 pick in exchange for Paul George. That's way too much for Paul George. Paul George is not a LeBron. He's not a Kevin Durant. He's not a top-tier player. He's a lower-tier player, kind of somewhat like Damian Lillard. Not necessarily the most elite level yet, but he's great. But don't act like you're like that. You're not LeBron. You're not Kevin Durant. So we were not going to trade our number 2 pick, which was eventually going to be Lonzo Ball, which is a huge reason of why LA is improving. But we weren't going to trade that for you. And Indiana was asking for way too much. In fact, they were really salty at the Lakers. They filed a tampering complaint like, oh, Paul George wanted out of Indiana because Magic Johnson wanted him to come to the Lakers. That's why they filed a tampering complaint. All this stuff happened because of what you stated. You said you wanted to come to the Lakers. And the fact how you don't even take a meeting with us, Magic Johnson, a good friend of yours, and I mean, I feel like he just did it based off emotion. You know, he felt like if you want to stay in OKC, that's fine. But don't be disrespectful to the Lakers and their organization by not even taking a meeting with them. And you clearly expressed interest with them. I mean, LeBron, he is a Laker now, but he took the time to meet with the Lakers. Even these other free agents, if you don't decide to sign with the Lakers, at least they took the time to have a meeting with the Lakers. Paul George, that was extremely unprofessional. I mean, regardless of wherever he went, that was extremely unprofessional because he's trying to make the Lakers look like the bad guy in the situation. But you had the chance to come play for the Lakers this free agency. Last year you didn't have that freedom, but this year you were a bird. You're a free bird. You could go wherever you want, and you didn't take the chance to. You didn't take even the chance to meet up with Magic Johnson. Who knows? I mean, if you met up with the Lakers, you still stayed in OKC, that's fine. But the fact how you didn't, that's just straight up disrespectful. And that's like a slap in the face to the whole of Laker Nation. And, you know, a lot of people are criticizing you. I'm not going to go that far and say, oh, you're a bum, all this stuff. What I am going to say is, though, that it was extremely unprofessional on your part. I get it. You like OKC? Stay there, okay, but I mean, don't disrespect the Lakers like that if you're not even going to meet with them. If you're not even going to call Magic Johnson and say, I think I'm going to stay with the Thunder, or whatever the case is. You literally toyed with the Lakers, like, the mindset, thinking that Paul George will come to the Lakers. But the whole year, Paul George Lakers, Paul George Lakers, Paul George Thunder, like, whatever the case was, you didn't even, like, give them a chance to even speak with you. Apparently on June 28, Paul George had already made his mind set that he was going to stick with the Thunder. And he went out to a party with Russell Westbrook and said, I'm home. Well, let's bring it back home. I'm here to stay. You're like rubbing it in the Lakers' face. Whatever you decide to do, I'm fine with it. But don't treat us like trash because, like I said, like, this is the Laker organization we're talking about. And the fact how you didn't even give them a chance to talk with you. And not even just the Lakers. You didn't even give Boston to talk with you. You didn't even give a chance to Philly to talk to you. You didn't even give other teams to talk with you. You just said, okay, I'm going to stay with the Thunder. What does that say about you? And you're going to go on your journey on ESPN. And you basically had this 3-part series being extremely dramatic. You know, everybody talks about LeBron's The Decision and how that was just dramatic. But he did it. He joined Miami. Why would you do my journey just to stay with the Thunder? That makes no sense, you know. But at the end of the day, I hope you do well in Oklahoma City. But just know that Staples Center, like when you verse the Lakers in LA, you will get booed. And you're legit becoming one of the more hated people in LA just because of the way you treated it. I don't think Laker fans and the Lakers hate you for the fact that you stay in OKC. They don't like you for the fact how you treated this matter by not meeting with us, by not giving us a chance, or even these other teams a chance, and just treating this free agency unprofessionally. But at the end of the day, good luck, Paul George in OKC. I hope you succeed. I mean, you believe that you can win in OKC. You got to go out there and prove it to us because all of us don't believe that. So, got to go out there and prove it. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. Comment down below what you guys thought about Paul George and his free agency. Do you believe that he made the right move or the wrong move? Do you believe he did it professionally or unprofessionally? Just let me know down in the comments below. Drop a like and subscribe more. Alright guys, see you guys later. Peace out.